Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Vietnamese temple, Chùa Vạn Hạnh. This temple has been around since 1978, the same year that when I came to America, 42 years ago. And I'm gonna give you a tour of the whole temple. Um, it's a beautiful, beautiful place. A lot of land. Um, and it's a perfect day. It's a perfect day to visit the temple today. Nice, sunny, and cool. Um, so if you just follow me, Manny, I will walk you through. Again, like I mentioned earlier, the temple. Well, the monk, the head of the temple, he came to America in 1978, the same year that my family came over to America, and you, he used to have a small, like a very tiny temple at the beginning, and then over the year, people with business they donate money to build this temple. Uh, the way it is right now, as you can see, it's all from donation and it's all from volunteer. Uh, yep, and it's a beautiful, beautiful temple. Let's get closer to the gazebo here. My favorite gazebo is a structure. It looks like a Chinese temple. Um, the architect looks like Chinese, but it is a Vietnamese temple. This is the lotus pond. Uh, I guess all the lotus flower already died out. But even though it's still warm, September, but as you can see, however, the goldfish is still, there's a lot of goldfish down there, swimming around down there. We just don't see it right now, but they are down there. And I don't know how long is the goldfish life, like how long they live, but yeah, they down there. Hopefully, with any luck, we can see them swimming. I don't know. Just yeah. So I'm gonna walk up to the gazebo. So children must be supervised by adults at all times. And they have in Vietnamese too. So watch out for the children just in case they climb over and fell into the pond for safety reasons. So you would follow me up to the gazebo. So, wow, I can smell the incense. It smells so very strong, but I'm used to it. Since in Vietnam, I smell this every night when my grandma have her own altar, and so we have here Phật Bà Quan Âm, that means female Buddha. And she always bless young little children, innocent little children, because she just have this love, abandoned love for children, around the world. And this is a donation box. You would find that everywhere, the main building, outside, the gazebo. And if you can show the ceiling, there's like a Monty Buddha structure, or what do they call, sculpture all over. I never looked up until today to see all of this, and it's beautiful. I mean, it's really, it's amazing. So wow. So let me you know, do a little down here, and you can yeah, show around. Basically, I thank her for watching over my children, protecting them from all the bad, evil of this world, and may they grow up to be very strong, very healthy, and very happy. May they learn from their mistake to be stronger and wiser than me. So basically, that's what I say in my prayer. So thank you for power. Namo Yida Phật. And you know, bless us with health and happiness, and you know, peace and harmony at the end of every day. So yeah, that's my prayer. And so we're gonna move on to everybody a panoramic view of the whole gazebo. Just don't drop my phone in the water. It's a beautiful day to be out here. Beautiful. Look like this is the only sunny spot. Over there is all shady. So, oh yeah, I don't. Did you see any goldfish down there? Because I don't see any. I don't see any goldfish. So even over here, I don't see any goldfish. Oh, wow! I spoke too soon. Just don't drop the phone. I saw
drop it in the water.
An orange one.
It's a koi fish. It's a lot bigger than the regular goldfish. So yeah.
I just
Most
saw
Asian
one.
countries, koi fish are very prized fish. So they're very colorful.
Yeah, I saw a shadow
here
and there. Oh wow! It looks. It's like they know that somebody's here, and then they just come up and say hello. That is so cool.
It's coming up again.
Wow. Well, I remember a couple years ago.
There you go.
Wow. We see a lot, right? We see a lot of them, but not today, unfortunately. Just that one and this one right here. I mean, we see shadow of it, but they never actually come up to the surface of the water. There. Oh wow. Oh my goodness. It's like saying hello. Wow. Cool to the touch, but I don't think this is real marble, because it would be cool to the touch according to the Chinese expert, jade expert. I'm sorry, I take it back. Jade, not marble. Jade. Real jade is really cool to the touch, but the fake one, yeah, it's not. So, and they are very expensive too. So yep. But I'm still impressed with the whole. Did you get the whole structure of the temple from top to bottom? It's beautiful. And as you can see, they have like statues of Buddha on the top of the gazebo over there. Oh, and I can hear the chime. Chime. Actually, oh wow, I didn't know there's another, like it's like 2 stairs on both sides. Know that. So you can come up from this side or the other side. I guess north, south, east, west, kind of, that. The Chinese believe that there's a thing called feng shui. They believe that the direction of your house can make a big difference in term of your luck, your health, your so yeah, it's called feng shui, and I'm sure it's very a lot of Westerner know about that too. It's so yeah, basically if you build your house facing a certain direction, let's say north or south or east and west, it can make a big difference on your life and your health and your luck, that sort of thing. So yeah, I don't know if anybody can prove that theory. I don't know until this day, but it's been around for centuries. So I guess, but I hear a lot of story about that theory that sometimes it's better to have a small house, but it's facing in the right direction than to have a big mansion, but then facing in the wrong direction, and that could make a big difference in your luck in life. So that's what I heard. That's all I know. That's all I know about feng shui. I always love a good sound of chimes.
Chimes.
Yep. I used to hang this in the backyard of my house, and when on a windy day, it gives out this sound, peaceful sound, just remind me of the temple, Yep. And this is the magnolia tree. There's a lot of, look like, a lot of magnolia tree around the gazebo. Look like it's a tree of choices for the temple. Oh yeah, ancient about my grandparents used to have a home, a summer home on top of in the middle of a mountain overlook the Pacific Ocean, Vũng Tàu. Vũng Tàu. And for those who know where it is, it's the most famous beaches in the south of Vietnam. So my grandparents used to have, a summer home in the middle of the mountain, overlook the beautiful Pacific Ocean. And every summer, let me face this way. Every summer, the adult would send all the, me, my brother, and our cousins, 4 of us, to stay there for the whole summer, because school was off, and the adult would stay in Saigon and taking care of the business, running the business. And I still remember until this day, it's the best childhood memory I ever have, growing up, before the communists took over and before we escaped to come here. But I never forget that house. It's every morning, our maid would wake us up at 5 a.m. in the morning just to see the sunset, because she didn't want us to miss the beautiful, gorgeous sunset overlook the Pacific Ocean. And I still remember until this day, 42 years later, I still remember like yesterday, like it was yesterday. It's just that something about that place is so special. And even after 42 years later living here, I never come across I mean, I've been through the, on a cruise in the Caribbean and seen, a lot of beautiful places and islands, but I never come across anything like that house that my grandparents summer home. There's something about it. It's just so magical, and I still remember to this day. For every summer, that I can remember, we have to wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning just to see the sunrise, and then we would go to after lunch. We would go to walk down the mountain to go to the beach and hang out at the beach all day until we're tired, and then go back up to climb up back to the mountain, have dinner, and for a whole 3 months of summer. And I would never forget that childhood memory for as long as I live. So I'm taking you to a different section of the temple. If you can move over here to the front, Manny, show everyone the view of the famous lying down Buddha statues. This is the main attraction of the whole temple, the lying down Buddha. It's always, every time I see this, it's always hit this certain chord within me. It's just, I feel so peaceful every time I look at Buddha laying down, and his eye half closed and look into the distance, and half smile on his face. It's so peaceful. It's just amazing. I don't know how to describe it or explain, but it's Đức Phật Thích Ca. Đức Phật, in Vietnamese say Đức Phật Thích Ca Nhập Niết Bàn, and that means this is the exact position that Buddha was in when he reached enlightenment. Nibbana, that means enlightenment. When he finally reached enlightenment after so many years and a so many lifetime of meditations, and he finally reached enlightenment. A lot of people ask me if Buddha is a god. No, he's not. I just want to clear that he's not a god. He is a philosopher, and he spent all of his life trying to share his philosophy with the whole world, basically. But no, he did not want anybody to worship him. His follower, wherever he go, he just want to say, hey, this is what I want to share with you guys, and it's up to you guys to believe it or not, but I just want to share it. There's wisdom, there's and then this is when he reached enlightenment, laying down like that, and finally pass away. But his teaching and his philosophy stay within, especially Asia, a country, and for century. My family, myself, was we have I'm come from a 4th generation Buddhist, in my family. So I'm just carrying on the tradition. I remember, I want to share another story, family story, with all of you. I learned everything about Buddhism through my grandma, thanks to her. She's the only one who exposed me to Buddhism when I was little. I remember every night she would make me read to her Buddha teaching every night. And I remember telling her like, but grandma, I just want to go play with the neighbor's kid. I don't, I don't want to read this because it's boring and I don't understand anything. So I just want to go play with the kids next door. And I remember she said, every night after dinner, right? She said, you know what? Just read to me half an hour. Half an hour. I'll give you money to go buy candy. And I remember my favorite candy is like coconut candy. And I said, okay, that sounds good. So every night I would read to her half an hour, even though most of the time I didn't understand. I didn't understand what I was reading. But just to get money for the candy, that's enough motivation for me to continue reading, reading time every night. And I don't remember for how many years, but she, along the way, she would explain to me, whatever I didn't understand, she would explain to me. So slowly, gradually, I started to understand the whole philosophy, the whole teaching, and then of course, we escape, the communists, and have to escape and to, to this country. But I never forget whatever that I read to my grandma those years. She lived. Actually, after the communists came in, she joined. She became a female monk, and she shaved her head and everything. And then she lived in a temple until she 92. Until she's 92 years old. That's when she passed away. And she lived a very, very peaceful life. I miss her. Excuse me. So thanks to my grandma, 42 years later, I understand Buddhism theory, teaching, and philosophy, and I apply to my life every day. And it's part of my prayer every day. So it's a beautiful, beautiful status. It's so cool to the touch too. It's whoa, I don't want to knock anything over. Let me grab my bottle of water here as I move on along. So I just want to thank Buddha for another day to be alive, well and healthy. Please continue to guide me with your strength, your courage, and your wisdom. And I will spend the rest of my life, remaining of my life, to help pass on your word and wisdom and teaching to others, and follow your teaching for as long as I live. I'm hoping that next life and many lives after that I can come back and learn more about your teaching and your wisdom, and so that's all I'm hoping for. And Nam Mô A Di Đà Phật. So if you can show temple. As you can see, there's so many different size of Buddha statues. Oh yeah, I wanna. Yeah, we're gonna. This is the outside. I think we conclude the outside area. Now we're gonna move to inside area, which is the main altar. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's do a little bit of that. So this is the. Am I on? Am I on? Am I on? And I'm still. Are you still rolling? So this is the lucky Buddha. It's a big tummy. His lucky Buddha is very popular in any Asian business. You can find him at every shop, every store, every restaurant. Asian, you know. Uh, yep, they would put this in front of their door because you know it's supposed to bring fortune and luck to their business. So a lot of baby hanging around a Buddha. I'm not sure I know what it means, but and over here, donation from people. I mean, they would donate all the Buddha statues. Very interesting the way they put it out here for everyone to see when they come to the temple. I'm gonna go over there and wow, that's a lot of statues. Oh my goodness! Wow, different color, different shape, different size. But this is the one you see up with the gazebo, the female version of Buddha. Phật Bà Quan Âm.